Hello again, Onky Tonks. Let's talk about the Southport thing again because it's blown up spectacularly on social media. People are speculating, and I really can't blame them because of the way it's been handled by Keir Starmer, and it's been handled disastrously. I think that's a conspiracy in itself. Now, people are speculating because people want to know that they're safe. They're kept safe from the government. They want the government to tell them we're keeping you safe, but sometimes the government can't do that, because if the government tell the people that they're keeping them safe by doing this, that and the other, they're letting the terrorists know. And when the terrorists know, they know how to counter and evade detection and get caught. So it's common sense, really. I understand that. President Trump nailed it on the head years ago when he said that ISIS knew what US troops were doing, because President Obama back then, remember him, kept doing press conferences telling the world what they were doing. So, you know, surprise is a major principle in the art of war. Now, somebody has noticed all this speculation about the Southport conspiracy, and they've tapped into that. They've tapped into it by producing a document. Now, this document is real. The information on it is correct. You can look it up. But this document is being used to spread false information. Why? Nobody knows. Is it to distract? Is it to... who knows? But people have bought it, hook, line and sinker. People are sharing it. And I've spoken to many of you via email and DMs on X, and I still haven't read all of them. There's so many. And I've discussed it. And like I've told them, I'm going to tell you now. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, because of obvious reasons. If you read this document, it tells you this isn't the issue. I don't think it is, because if it was, then it would be all over. It'll be all over for Keir Starmer. He'd have to step down. His position as Prime Minister, even his political career, would be untenable because of what he is alleged, or he is alleged to have done, according to this document, which led to what happened in Southport. MPs would be calling for his head, even his own. But it's not. It's a lie. And for the fact that people haven't read it top to bottom, it astonishes me, really. It's just crazy. Put it this way. Nigel Farage said what he did on that podcast, saying he knew a hell of a lot what was happening about Southport, but he was gagged from saying it. Journalists have confirmed what he said, and said he wasn't exaggerating. However, the people confirming what he said, they haven't spread this document. They haven't touched it. They haven't confirmed it. So what does that tell you? But there are three other key things in this document that tell you, or tells me at least, that this isn't the deep, dark conspiracy people are talking about. It really isn't. The first being the date on the document. Now, the Southport killers' parents, they got to the UK. They were granted asylum in 2002. This document is dated 2003. Secondly, the names on the documents. You can see Keir Starmer's name on there, QC, and the people he's representing to gain asylum. And none of them are the Southport killers' parents. And thirdly, if this document is the story that's meant to be suppressed and no one's allowed to talk about it, not meant to be seen or touched, why was it so easily found? Why was it so easily produced? Why was it so easily spread on social media? Again, I may be wrong. There's a small chance I may be wrong, but I really don't think this is a conspiracy. I really don't think this is the story, simply because of what's on it. And if this document was the be-all and end-all of the whole thing, what Nigel Farage and other MPs weren't allowed to talk about, then Keir Starmer, his head would be on a plate. He'd be gone. He'd step down yesterday, now, in the morning, tomorrow. He'd be gone as soon as possible, because people would see it as him having blood on his hands, because they reckon somehow, by not reading this document, that he represented the killer's parents, who came here, produced the killer, who did what he went on to do, unfortunately, but it's not the case. And there we go. That's my reasoning for you why you should disregard this document as the whole thing, because it's not. It really isn't. I believe that the Southport conspiracy goes deeper and it goes darker. Again, those journalists who confirmed what Nigel Farage said, they said the whole story won't come out, but bits of it will, and it'll happen before the trial, which keeps getting deferred. And also, if it wasn't Keir Starmer who represented the Rwandan parents to get asylum in this country, then who did? And why isn't that information out? Think about it. It's common sense. So I'm just astonished. There are prominent right-wing as well celebrities sharing this on X, and they're not even reading it when it's smack bang right in front of them. It's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, like I said, I'm not keeping on Keir Starmer. I'm not defending him. He is the worst Prime Minister ever. I want him gone. I want him to resign. I don't want him to be Prime Minister as much as any of you. More than some of you. I mean, I can't stand the fellow. What a spineless weasel the man is. He really is. He has got an agenda. There is a line he is taking, and he's not deferring from that line. He keeps going. He's not listening to people's concerns. He's just doing what he's doing, and he has a purpose. What that purpose is, I think it's destroying Britain along the line, but who knows what the end game is. But I'm telling you now, I'm 99% sure, because of the reasons I've told you, that document isn't the conspiracy here. It's deeper, it's darker. Very few people know what it is, and it'll come out eventually. So there we go. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, Roger Trout.